Hello guys, it is Mike from the Battle Nations Brothers, and I am also here with,
Steven Ruiz, the best Battle Nations player in the history of the game.
that may be just a little bit incorrect, but today we're going to be bringing you a 4.0 update review. So we're going to be covering a lot of stuff in this video, guys, but mainly we're just going to go over some of the new missions, the new user interface. It actually looks really great. And then also we're going to go over some of the new units and the new resource. So to start out, we're going to start with the new resource. So this is the new resource, Plasma. And I believe it is combined with chemicals and the chemical vials and the oil. And that is done in a chemical creation sort of facility of its own. So you're going to have to build your own creation like that. Or there is also an advanced option, which we are going to show you right now. So if we just go here, it's much faster as well, which I like a lot. So we go to our resources here. Just scroll all the way down. And see, then we have the Plasma Refinery, which produces 5 plasma a day. And then we also have the Advanced Plasma Refinery. So in my personal opinion, guys, I don't think the Advanced Plasma Refinery is needed right now from the looks of it. I mean, based on the units and the things that are going to be coming out of this facility, I really think the normal plasma refinery is just going to get your job done for you. And so also, guys, there are several other new buildings. So we're going to go into military here. Alright, here, wait one second. Alright, so there's a new defense system called the Missile Defense. This is sort of like the pillbox, or it's a defense unit. And its description goes, nuke the entire site from orbit, it's the only way to be sure. So we can kind of assume, guys, that this is going to be dropping a nuclear missile on the entire battlefield and be doing a lot of damage on the singular space and then doing less and less on the way out. So Steven is going to go over some of the other buildings, including the Plasma Refinery, or the Plasma Weapons Factory.
Alright, so as you can see, this is the Plasma Weapons Factory. Let's read the description. It says, half of the factory's time is spent making plasma weapons. The other half is spent training the troopers and tank drivers to make sure they don't end up accidentally wiping out all life within 2-mile radius. So, kind of something that I take from reading this description, it sounds explosive. As you can see, taking out everything within a 2-mile radius. That sounds like you could have some explosive units, whether it's like the plasma tank that, if you guys don't know, is scheduled to come out sometime, and other units like that. So I'm assuming that in order to be able to make those kinds of units, it's going to be coming out of here. Possibly the vehicle factory, I'm not really sure yet, but we'll find out later as the update isn't as new. So now, one thing I just want to point out with the resources is you can see that it has a new setup, and you can also see that instead of clicking on it to view different resources, you can click on it, as you can see, but you can also just scroll. So that's just one thing I want to point out too. And also, one thing that I was kind of disappointed on with this update, if you go to guild, we were told at the beginning of the guild, which was almost like 10 months ago, that these two things were coming soon. And still in this new update, these things are still not coming, so it's just something I wanted to point out. So in case you guys were expecting anything like this, those features are still not here. It's kind of been a while, so I'm really hoping that those come out soon, because something like the guild store could be pretty cool. Now Michael would like to talk about some other new features that they have added in this 4.0 update.
Alright guys, so instead of the missions coming down a little on the side, like scrolling down here, there's a mission section that you can go to, which will point out all your missions you currently have. So you just click on them, and then it gives you the mini story in front of them, and then it tells you what you have to do in sort of like line basis. So I already own an armor mulcher for this, and you just have to defeat the attacking rebels. So there are already several rebels that have spawned on my base, and we're just going to be fighting some of those to show actually there is a larger level of increased difficulty that there happens. Also, guys, the new user interface is much different than before. Now, instead of ignorable units, they're also pointed out in defense as well, which can also include your pillboxes and your other types of units of that sort. So we're just going to go to available units. Just going to throw out what we have here. My wild boar, of course. Now, as you can see, guys, there are actually several different powerful tanks out here. So it's actually going to be a little harder for you guys to get these missions done. But I'm sure, as always, once you get the hang of it, if you have a powerful army, you can always get these done.
How many Boar 2s do you have, Michael?
I actually have 0 so far, Steven. Thank you for asking. So probably gonna throw out some... probably just some mega tanks in the front just to guard these mech troops. They don't seem that difficult, but we're just gonna make sure that we get this done nice and quick. So we're gonna start out with a flame attack right up the center. I love the critical hits in that mech trooper, so good. Now we're going to bore these two. And then we're just going to finish this up. Arctic Troopers are just a waste. Hopefully you won't see any more of those missions. Alright, though. Oh, dang. That's alright. Let's hit that. There we are, that is down. And of course, the rebels that you face do come with sort of increased sort of difficulty with them, because they are a little different than the ones that we obtain in our own unit training facilities. And so these are just going to be a little tougher than your rank 1, your rank 2, or your rank 3. They're just not going to stand a chance, though, against your higher ranked units, though, because you earn that. So let's just take this guy down. Oh my gosh, just so much damage. Alright, let's see if our boar is ready. One more turn. Dang, no fire. And we're just going to take that out. Oh. And take it out. So as you can see, guys, it was a little bit harder, but we can still get it done. Basically with no damage really taken. They're just going to take a little bit of time to get done. So we're going to pass this to Steven now.
Alright, now one thing that you guys might have noticed, I haven't really brought up yet, but you can see that Mike right now is level 66, so am I. With this new update, one of the things that came with it is that the level cap has been increased to level 70. We are anticipating that during boss strike there won't be much of a difference, because usually the difficulties or the same equivalent of boss points are handed out from levels 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and etc. So same would be from 60 to 70. So pretty much the same thing as from 60 to 65, we're hoping. It might be a little harder, we'll find out later. So that's just something you kind of want to point out here. And also, as you can see, there are a little categories that show you where you can find your boost versus a little like thing right here that sometimes is hard to get to. So that's just something I wanted to point out real quick. The levels have been increased to level 70.
Alright, so there are going to be new areas that we're going to go to. We haven't unlocked those yet, but as we progress, we will show you those new areas. We're in Troppback right now. I do like the music in this place. And so there are definitely some more rebels that you have to take down. And, yeah, guys, that's basically it for this update. We're going to be bringing you guys some more content eventually as this progresses, as we go through those levels. So hopefully with my nanopods here, we can get there a little bit faster, and we make sure that we can get all that content to you guys easy and quick. We're also hoping to dish out the new boss battles that we're going to be putting out there. The two new bosses, if you were not already aware, are the, I believe it's the Mother Spider Wasp, or the Queen Spider Wasp Queen, sorry about that, and then also the Goliath tank. So those are going to be two different new types of bosses, and they also have very interesting new drops. We're not really sure what those could wield, but Steven's going to talk about those.
So basically, these two new bosses spawn in a new area. Actually, I've not checked where these areas are, so this is going to be new for me to try to find them. They are called the Rebel Bunker, and I'm assuming the Spider Wasp could be, actually, I'm not really sure where that could be.
In one of the main screens, it shows like a cave, the Spider Wasp cave, so we're going to assume that there's a cave where you go and fight the Spider Wasps here. According to the patch notes as well, we got a lot of information from there as well. So I don't think we're going to find it quite yet until they actually point it out to us. So we've just been doing some general searching, but we couldn't really find it. I'm sure it's in a different part of the map.
Another thing, though, kind of to talk about, we'll look that up later. You guys can do that on your own time. Not that interesting. You guys will be able to see that for yourselves. But one thing I just kind of want to talk about real quick, something that was kind of anticipated during the Arbor Day missions. People were really wondering whether or not you would be able to buy those trees or make those trees, since they came out with the multiple different trees that you could buy. Some of them looked pretty cool. And in this new update, they have unlocked those. So I'm gonna scroll down. There's one, the chestnut tree, the birch tree. So pretty cool. These are some of the Arbor Day trees that you can get. The linden tree. Let's see what else there is. Sugar maple. But as you can see, they have the trees. That's all that matters. So if you guys were wanting to have some cooler trees or wanting to be able to make the Arbor Day trees, you will be able to do that.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. We're going to be giving you guys some more content soon, so expect that coming your way. This was the Battle Nations Brothers. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Show us what you guys really want to see. We're definitely going to be dishing out some more new content. The new promotional unit has been announced. It is going to be the Legendary Raptor. Unfortunately, not the Legendary Sandworm, but it is the Legendary Raptor. So you guys can go check that out on the Battle Nations Wiki. We're going to put a link into that in the description. So yeah, guys, this is the Battle Nations Brothers. Leave some suggestions on what you want to see, and thank you for watching this video.